Imagine a serene Irish countryside, where ancient folklore whispers among the trees, and a secluded hotel holds a dark secret. But what if the most terrifying monster isn't a creature of myth, but rather a chilling reflection of human cruelty and manipulation? Prepare to unravel the unsettling mystery of Don't Leave Home, a film that blurs the lines between reality, delusion, and the supernatural. Welcome back, cinematic explorers, to a deep dive into psychological horror, where every shadow hides a twisted truth. Today, we're dissecting Don't Leave Home, explaining its ambiguous ending and uncovering every hidden detail you might have missed. Our story opens with a disturbing scene. A young boy shoots a goat with a crossbow, much to his father Fergal's exasperation. Fergal dismisses it as pests, claiming goats climb on cars and damage paintwork, but there's an immediate sense of something off. Later, Fergal recounts a local legend to two young girls, a Cailleach, or witch, who preys on lost travelers. This witch puts them under a spell, then takes them on a tour of the underworld, where pieces are torn from them. He ominously suggests she sometimes takes something from a little boy that was more valuable to him than his eyes or ears. The girls' parents arrive, and Fergal warns them about worse things than strangers in the woods, highlighting the film's unsettling atmosphere. We meet our protagonist, Oam Bauman, a celebrated American artist, checking into a remote Irish hotel. He's clearly reserved, just wanting to work, and unimpressed by the hotel's crack or fun. The manager, Mr. Cobb, recognizes Oam's name, mentioning his son, Albie, is a fan and works at the hotel. Oam struggles to find his room, initially being rude to Fiona, a hotel staff member, who helps him locate it. He later confides in Fiona about his deceased parents, whose ashes he carries, and their honeymoon in Ireland. Fiona offers him poison, Irish moonshine, and suggests magic mushrooms, psilocybin, for deeper insight. She explains goats climb on cars to gaze at their reflections on mushrooms, deepening their trip, warning it can be dangerous. She also mentions a local asshole with a crossbow, revealing Fergal as the goat shooter and a source of tension. Oam reads a bleak passage from his book, A Conquistador Story, to Fiona, who finds it too dark. He cynically remarks that Hollywood usually forces a happy ending on his stories. Fiona reminds Oam of his young mother, leading him to share that his mom was murdered, shot in the face, and the killer was never punished. His father, consumed by grief, turned into a monster and died from alcoholism. Oam asks about the closed honeymoon suite, wondering if it was his parents' room. Fiona reveals the suite is rumored to be haunted by a witch, whom Mr. Cobb supposedly locked in there years ago. She explains a circle of chalk can protect you from a witch, a detail Oam dismisses, seeking a psychiatrist instead. Albie, the bellboy, is introduced, nervously recounting his own encounter with the witch, which Oam, though skeptical, feigns belief in. Fiona leaves to sign for a delivery, setting up the subsequent interaction. Albie approaches Oam, expressing admiration for his books but revealing a disturbing connection to their deeply disturbed characters. Oam, ever the writer, instantly develops a new character idea based on Albie, an oblivious charisma vacuum incapable of reading a room. Albie presses Oam about his Conquistador trilogy ending, revealing his own aspirations as a writer. He asks Oam to read his manuscript, a request Oam bluntly refuses, further infuriating Albie. Oam advises Albie on the harsh reality of writing, unknowingly fueling Albie's resentment. Fiona returns, observing Albie's burnt hand from his interaction with Oam, and states the bitter truth: never meet your heroes. Oam orders another drink, prompting Fiona to comment that it will be his last, an ominous foreshadowing. Fiona feels uneasy about Oam, asking Albie to unlock his door despite his objections. Albie reluctantly opens Oam's door, expecting him to be passed out, but Oam is gone. Weeks later, Oam returns to the now-closed hotel to collect his belongings, appearing disoriented. Albie reveals that Fiona has been missing since Halloween, weeks ago, and no one knows what happened to her. Oam insists on searching, but Albie says the hotel and woods were thoroughly checked. Albie mentions that police are looking for a man named Jerry, who lives in the woods and was seen talking to Fiona on Halloween night. Jerry, a local eccentric, disappeared after his wife's suspicious death a decade ago. Ohm confronts Fergal, who confirms Jerry's past and paints him as a likely suspect, warning Ohm to leave. Ohm finds Jerry, who admits the police are looking for him and that he killed his sick wife to end her suffering. Jerry reveals a trinket belonging to Fiona, claiming she lent it to him, suggesting a closer relationship. He believes Fiona is dead and saw her ghost in Mal's office, pointing to a bell connected to the honeymoon suite. Jerry plans to investigate the honeymoon suite that night, convinced Fiona's ghost was directing him. He admits he broke into Mr. Cobb's house to steal the key, as Cobb always keeps it on him. Jerry insists they must go at night when the hotel is empty, asking Ohm to join him, as he doesn't want to go alone. Jerry passionately believes in spirits, stating all these things do exist for those with open minds. Ohm, ever the skeptic, asks if Jerry was drinking his magic milk, mushroom-spiked goat's milk, when he saw the ghost. Jerry confirms the mushrooms opened his mind to the spiritual realm. He recounts his wife's spirit visiting him, thanking him for ending her suffering, believing they'll be reunited. Jerry is confident that finding Fiona's body in the suite will make Ohm a believer. As they prepare, Jerry retrieves his crossbow, alarming Ohm, who believes it's unnecessary. Fergal, hearing noises, captures Jerry, believing him to be the killer, and calls his cousin, a Garda sergeant. Mal, the hotel manager, bursts in, furious that the honeymoon suite key is missing, confirming it was Jerry who took it. Mal reveals Fergal has taken Jerry to the police, leaving Mal and Ohm alone. Ohm confesses he wanted to help Fiona because she saved him, indicating a deeper connection. Ohm insists on exploring, ignoring Mal's pleas about losing his job and Mr. Cobb's strict rules. He discovers a hidden entrance to a basement, a section of the hotel supposedly lost during renovations. Mal tries to stop him, but Ohm descends into the darkness, finding nothing immediately. Mal threatens Ohm with arrest for trespassing, showing his desperation to keep Ohm from uncovering the truth. Ohm, taunting Mal, repeats the description of the character he created based on Albie, hitting a nerve. The scene cuts to Mal's wife and father-in-law, Mr. Cobb, in the kitchen, discussing Mal's injury and his obsession with Ohm's books. Mal's wife, a fan of Ohm, hopes he'll dedicate his new book to Mal if he wakes up, hinting at Mal's current state. The film reveals a hidden message from Fiona. She's in the basement, pregnant with Mal's baby. Mal, terrified of his wife and Mr. Cobb finding out, locked her down there to get rid of us. Fiona's message is a desperate plea for help, ending with a loving message to her parents. Back in the basement, Ohm finds himself trapped, his attempts to escape failing. The dumbwaiter, his only potential escape route, is broken. Ohm hears noises, believing someone else is in the basement. He is suddenly attacked by a figure in the darkness. Jerry, having escaped Fergal, appears to Mal, badly injured, needing help to open the gate to the honeymoon suite. Mal lies, claiming Ohm is safely on his way to the airport, clearly trying to deter Jerry from going up. Jerry asks about Fiona, to which Mal curtly replies, no, again deflecting the truth. Jerry refuses to believe Ohm is gone, asserting he must see the suite himself, still convinced Fiona is there. He reaffirms seeing Fiona's ghost, emphasizing his belief. Mal, desperate, offers Jerry Ohm's car and tells him to leave, promising to cover for him. Jerry, however, spots the honeymoon suite key on Mal and attacks him for it, trying to retrieve it. As Mal recovers, he curses, realizing he left the keys to the gate on Jerry. Mal tries to get rid of Fergal, who has just arrived, claiming he's unwell. Fergal, now suspicious, recounts Fiona's advice, never ignore when something feels off, hinting at his growing unease. Jerry attacks Mal again, demanding the key, accusing Mal of lying. Mal confesses to killing Fiona, claiming she was blackmailing him and threatening to expose their affair to Mr. Cobb. He implies Jerry was suicidal and he was merely helping him. Ohm, still trapped in the basement, hears Jerry and screams for help. Jerry, finding Ohm, confirms that Mal killed Fiona. Ohm, injured, insists he will live, showing his resilience. Mal, now wielding his crossbow, warns Ohm not to leave, implying he's trapped him. The hotel catches fire, trapping Ohm in the basement. Jerry, now with the key, tries to rescue Ohm, promising to bring him up. Ohm, seemingly delirious, repeatedly mutters, "It was an accident. I'm sorry," hinting at the accidental killing of his mother. Mal appears, seemingly to kill Ohm, but then turns his crossbow on Jerry, who is trying to rescue Ohm. Fergal arrives, calling out to Mal amidst the inferno, trying to save him. He guides Ohm out of the burning hotel, saving him. Ohm is hospitalized, visited by Albie, who now works at an ice cream parlor. Albie tells Ohm that Fiona and Jerry's remains were found in the hotel fire, and Mal is missing, presumed dead. Then, the chilling twist, Albie confesses he spiked Ohm's whiskey with Jerry's mushroom powder, intending to punish him for his rudeness. Albie, the seemingly naive bellboy, reveals a sinister, manipulative side, implying he orchestrated much of Ohm's terrifying experience. Albie gives Ohm his tape recorder, which contains Fiona's desperate message, confirming her fate. Albie, still persistent, offers to bring his manuscript to Ohm, despite all that's happened, highlighting his chilling opportunism. Ohm, in a drug-induced hallucination or flashback, sees himself as a child, holding a gun, with his mother saying, "I said turn away." His adult self tells his child self to hit him, to break something, to claim it all as yours. This deeply unsettling final scene implies Ohm's mother's death was not murder, but an accidental shooting by young Ohm. The entire horror of the hotel, the witch, the murder, and the mystery, was a mushroom-induced hallucination, a manifestation of Ohm's guilt and trauma, exacerbated by Albie's malicious actions. The film ends with a chilling folk song, leaving the audience to ponder the true nature of reality, perception, and the haunting burden of guilt. What a mind-bending journey, wasn't it? Don't Leave Home masterfully uses horror tropes to explore themes of trauma, artistic integrity, and the stories we tell ourselves to cope. Did the ending blow your mind, or did you piece it together earlier? Let us know your theories and favorite chilling moments in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more movie recaps and explanations. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another cinematic adventure. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring the dark corners of storytelling.